Good morning, beautiful souls. You gorgeous Wild Woo Mama Collective women. I am very excited to have you join me this morning for a very impromptu live. I had this really strong urge today to come in and do a beautiful heart fire keyframe. Okay. Sorry, all these little notifications popping up. A heart fire womb activation with you today. It has oh, I can already feel the energy of it. I'm feeling really called to do this with you today. It's kind of landed with me this morning. I've had a bit of space to allow it to process and come in, and I really wanted to share that with you. So if you've got about 20 minutes, I really would love to guide you through this beautiful activation that has been channeled through this morning. If you are here joining me live, comment below, say good morning, wherever you are in the world. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And I'm not quite sure what these. Okie doke. So let's come back into our bodies and just breathe. Taking a beautiful big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And so if you have got a candle, please utilize the beautiful energy of the flame. If you have any sage or anything that you would like to cleanse your space with, my sage is going a little bit crazy right now. But if you have anything that you feel called to utilize throughout this beautiful practice to anchor in this gorgeous heart fire activation within you, beautiful essential oils also going to be gorgeous as well. So that way we can really anchor in this activation and this allowance. So, certainly for me, just going to move some of that away a little bit. When we connect into our divine feminine, we are deeply rooted into the elements of the earth, wind, fire, and water. And there's certainly no coincidence that us as women, we cycle, over the 28-day period, we cycle so much with the elements that we associate our cycle of our menstrual cycle with the elements, with the seasons. And this is this association with the connectedness of divine Mother Earth. And so that's why today I've really been called to come in and share this channeled activation with you, and really allowing you the opportunity to connect in with this beautiful fire element. And this element is so important, as it is the basis of our creative force, our joy, our desires, our passions. When we talk about having this fire in our bellies, like, where does that come from? Where does that allow us to, tune into, tap into, the purpose of that? And sometimes, that fire can be confused with rage, with intensity in this masculine sense. But when you think about it, when you're sitting in front of a fire, witnessing the flame of a candle, it doesn't have that intensity about it. It has this gorgeous, gracious flow of energy, of divine feminine. You can see that every flame is different. It just has this allowance of being expressed as it truly needs to be. And this is where we get to call in this fire element within us, within we as a women, because over time we have certainly suppressed that. We become a little bit disconnected because of the busyness of our lives, that we're kind of letting go of our practices of tuning in regularly to us, to our needs and our desires. So taking this opportunity to just breathe and drop in. And that way we can deeply witness this beauty of the fire within us and then channel that to bring forth what it needs to, whether that is simply taking the opportunity to do something simple for you, whether that's moving your body in a non-linear way that feels good for you. You know, my yoga practice this morning was not via, you know, any particular modality, movement, whatever you'd like to call it, wasn't instructed by anyone. I just allowed it to flow through me, and I allowed it to just be intuitive, to flow through those positions, those movements, those postures, to allow me to come back into my body. And, you know, quite often when I'm doing that, this is when these beautiful activations and channels come through. And it's kind of like, you need to go and talk about this right now. And so hence why I'm here at 9:20 in the morning, coming into you with this beautiful activation. So as one of my teachers, Sarah Caldecott, you know, says, she's a beautiful teacher in the way that she expresses the connectedness between our wombs and the elements. And, you know, the fire element, you know, is associated with our right ovaries. And so when we connect into that energy, make it more purposeful, connecting into that space intentionally, let us feel into that. And so the beautiful connection between our heart and womb, which you've probably heard me talk about before, this is really important. And so when you think about it, when we connect into the fire element from our heart, we can feel this activation, and connecting that to our right ovaries really sets that intention of activating and reigniting this fire within us. And so if you have space here today, I would love to invite you now to close down your eyes and simply just drop in and breathe. Take a beautiful, deep, nourishing breath. And just pop your hand over your heart, taking a moment to drop into your body, and popping one hand over your heart and one hand over your right ovary. And just breathe. I just simply want you to tune into the energy that is there now. What does it feel like in your body? And this is going to be a beautiful energetic experience. So we're calling all parts of you back into this physical body, allowing you to take this moment just for you, allowing you to activate this fire within you. And just choosing to witness what is coming up for you right now. And can you start to witness this fire element and this warmth within you? Can you start to tune into the stillness? And when we start to drop down from our minds and into our bodies, this is where the magic gets to happen. This is where we get to tune into our bodies and our desires. And so just imagining that beautiful fire energy from your heart, channeling down and connecting into your right ovary. I want you just to feel it. Can you feel it within your body? Can you describe the intensity of that fire, that flame? Does it feel weak? Does it feel strong? Is it loud or is it quiet? And it's okay if there is some resistance right now. Simply just bearing witness to what is happening within your body. And there's no judgment here. And if you are feeling the resistance or feeling like you can't quite connect today, maybe just inquire what is holding you back from connecting to the light, warm, creative energy, and this beautiful fire for your life, these passions, these desires that are within you. You have a divine birthright to work from this fire, to channel from this fire, to live by this fire. There's no need to suppress that any longer. And allow whatever comes up to just be, just to witness the thoughts, the feelings. And sometimes there can be emotion coming up. If you have been suppressing your gorgeous fire, allow that to just come to the surface. Just release it. And can you remember a time when you last felt that fire? Taking an opportunity to go through your memory bank and feeling a time when that passion, desire, creativity, life force energy ran through your veins, or ran through your soul, ran through your heart and your womb. And can you tap into that energy? Recall that event, recall that memory. And recall that time that you were most expressed. There was no conforming to societal expectations. That you allowed yourself to just be you. Because that is enough in our world. You have been called here to be the most authentic version of you. And so where can we pull back those layers, pull down those masks, and allow us just to be us in this very moment. because often this fire energy is calling for this authenticity. And so allowing whatever needs to come up to come up. And feeling into that time of when you were most expressed, when you were most in this divine feminine fire energy. What would you do right now from that place? Allowing that to drop in. Where can you now start to tune into a time where you felt disconnected from your fire? Maybe there's been a transition or a journey that has led you to feel disconnected. When you've come across that in memory, that experience, that journey, where can you choose to shine some fire and light into that experience? Where were the lessons that you needed to learn? Where can you give gratitude and thanks? An acknowledgement that you hadn't been in your gorgeous fire element, this energy. And tapping into giving yourself some nurturing, some loving, some compassion, and some love to that version of you, that aspect of you that felt diminished. And feeling that emotion within your body, bringing that to the surface. And releasing it. Breathing it out, envisioning there's a beautiful fire in front of you. And I want you to release it all into the fire. Release it into the flame. For that is no longer needed within your body right now. It's a time for up-leveling, a time for activation. And now tuning in to your present moment, your present body. Tune into how your body is feeling and witnessing if anything is blocking you. Is there anything that you are holding on to that is desiring to be released right now? If there is, feel free to bring it to the surface and release it out into a violet flame. Acknowledging to your body that it is safe to do so. That version of you is no longer required, and we welcome in this beautiful new flame, this new heart-driven, feminine fire, this gorgeous energy we can drop into, tap into, and activate within us at any time. And we can go forth and choose to live our life from this energy. And where can we turn in and tune in and turn up this gorgeous fire energy within us? And rebalance this feminine and masculine energy. For when we are held by the masculine, our feminine can flow, our feminine can lead. And this is driven by the fire within our womb, within our heart. We can keep this ignited. Just channeling in a little bit of light coding for us to channel in and activate and complete this beautiful channel for today. I know that this has been divinely guided because I'm feeling the chills from around me. That means kind of spirit and the energies that have been holding this beautiful activation today have been allowing me to step into this space. And I thank them for that. And so now, as we've come into the end of this activation, I want you to set an intention. I want you to set an intention for how you desire to feel, how you desire to activate and show up from this heart fire connection, from this space of your right ovary. So whenever we need, take a pause and tune in to this beautiful flame within us. Where can we choose to show up in our creative force, our creative energy? And replace it with something that we know is going to enhance this quality, this fire within your life right now that we are needing, that we are being called. And so set that intention, allow it to come up, and trust whatever arises within you is perfect. Maybe it is eating a certain way. Maybe it is moving your body in a certain way. Maybe it is including a practice that is needing to come into your life so that you can activate this fire within you, that you can start to tune in and turn up to this place that you know you need to be working from. And holding this beautiful new intention into your body. Can you feel it? Can you deeply feel it into the elements, into this Mother Earth? Can you ground it in? Can you start to embody it? Can you start to feel it? Feel it within your cells. Allow it. You're allowed to feel this. You are allowed. Someone needs to hear this today. You are allowed to feel passion, desire, purpose, creativity in this lifetime. And so with this beautiful new intention flowing through the cells, through your veins, can you allow it to take over? I want you to give it a color. Give it a color, and I want you to activate that throughout every inch of your body. And I want you to start to circulate that and bring that back into your heart. And I want you to create that thread down into your right ovary, connecting that color, connecting with that fire energy. You are activated. You are grounded. We're in this body for a reason. Make a commitment to yourself to practice more of the intention that you have just channeled through. You're a divine being. Leaning into that trust takes time and practice, and that's why we're here today. This is why we're here. And so when you're feeling ready, start to come back into your body. You may like to just gently feel into your body, come back into your present. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. And breathe. When you're ready, open up your eyes. And tune in. And I hope that you can feel some of this activated energy within you, this new fire within your belly. And as you're coming back into the room, I'm going to just pull a card for us and see what we need to hear today. And you did an amazing job. There were some messages that needed to be channeled through today. And I hope that you got what you needed to from that activation. If you are here on the live, say good morning. Tell me where you are in the world. If you're catching the replay, I would love for you to tell me what came up for you in that activation. What this intention for you is now. What are you stepping into? We have moved a lot of energy. Just going to ground myself back in. You wouldn't believe the card that I have pulled that had just flown out the deck just now. Oh. It doesn't matter whether you are catching this on the replay. Time is not linear. And we have shifted an awful lot. And I can feel it within my body. I can feel it's kind of, whoo. Just anchoring back in a little. Coming back down to this, this present 3D energy, this 3D world. I've been up in the realms. So, the beautiful card that I have pulled for you gorgeous souls, it's Starseed. I don't know whether you can see that. Try and get that without the reflection. Look at this card. It's saying and guiding you and asking you what lights you up. Isn't this all about this heart womb activation, this fire that we have just channeled through today? Like, can't make that up. And so taking this opportunity, like we can look at, there is definitely the water element in here as a complementary to the fire element of looking at the fluidity of life, looking at the earth. The world is our oyster. The world, we can start to tune in and see a different aspect. We can see a different space. We can see things differently. When we start to tune and lean into choosing what is lighting us up. So where can you start to inquire? Where can you start to choose from what is going to light me up today? It may not make logical sense. It may be you need to go out and connect in nature. It may be meaning you need to stop, take a break from socials, read a book, meditate, indulge in some ceremonial cacao, or make yourself, a beautiful cleansing juice. We have shifted an awful lot of energy today. So make sure that you ground yourself, bare feet if you can, feel it into the earth, reconnect into Mother Nature, and drink lots and lots of water. That was a beautiful, potent activation that we did today. And I hope that you received that openly. I hope that you received it well. If there's anything that came up for you, feel free to pop it in the comments. Feel free to share your journey, your experiences. We're all here to awaken, to reclaim and activate this part of ourselves as this beautiful generation that we are of awakening. And certainly the purpose of this beautiful group of doing so. So today, your message: what lights you up? And follow that energy. And if you're feeling called, I have just opened up my doors to a beautiful 6-week journey with me as an opportunity called The Awakening Mother. And this is a beautiful, it's not a program, but sometimes you can't always put into words what it is. And The Awakening Mother is a beautiful opportunity to sit in circle with me each week for 6 weeks, where we get to activate this part of ourself, this part of our soul that has been desiring to be accessed, to be opened. Especially we as mothers, when we have transitioned into this matrescence portal, we will be journeying into exploring what is lighting you up. And now that you are a mother, exploring how you can start to embody this new version of you, learning to trust and embody this niggle within you and follow that lead. And so I really, truly invite you to and welcome you into that space for 6 weeks. We start on October 11th. For 6 weeks, it's going to be an online, beautiful container, and it is a very affordable way to work with me currently. As most of my programs are, they are channeled, they are guided. I am trusting and leaning into that. So your investment is $69, and this is one of the last, I think, one of the last programs I'm going to be running for 2022. There is still another one in the pipeline, but I'm not quite sure when it is fully landed and ready for me to bring it out. So currently, The Awakening Mother is a beautiful way to work with me, to come and get my activations and sit in my energy and other beautiful like-minded women, to sit in space, to be held in this divine container. And obviously, as always, I have my womb healings. If you desire to journey deeper on a one-on-one capacity, I have a couple of spaces left for October, just because we have school holidays here in Adelaide. But if you'd love to journey in person or online, I really would love to do that with you if you're feeling called to that as well. So thank you for being in this space. I really honor you, and thank you for being here. And let me know below how this activation has called you to step into this higher version of you and activate this beautiful fire element within you. I hope you have a gorgeous day, and I look forward to checking in with you soon. Take care.